What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Grid Talk Talks the Grid. Today, as you can see, I'm not Caitlin, and we have new faces joining us, which is super exciting. So today, I'm Mila, and I'm here with Nell, and then with our two newbies, which are Jaco and Fem. Hi, guys. How is it going? Welcome to the team. So this week, we have Monaco coming up. And I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm not too excited about it as much as it's a famous track and it has a lot of history. It's also one of those that are pretty boring, mostly because not a lot of on-track action is going on. So instead of doing an in-depth podcast about Monaco and our expectations, I decided I would quiz you guys on some past Monaco GP knowledge.
This is not going to end well.
I think I'm gonna
No,
but
I'm gonna fail.
Honestly, I did too, because I found some of these questions online, not for anyone to think that I'm this creative, I'm not. So I did this quiz and I was surprised that I got even a few right. So let's just see how you guys are doing. Okay, so I will read you the question and then you have 4 answer options. And each of you will tell me what you think the answer is. And then we'll see if someone got it right. Understood?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. The first question is, the main general admission area at Monaco is called Rocher, but what's the name of the second, smaller general admission area near the Tabac Corner? The options are C1, T1, X1, or Z1.
what?
Okay, I
I'm
think
gonna go for B.
Okay.
I'm going to go for T1. I don't have a clue there.
same.
The right answer is Z1. The race day tickets for the small Z1 general admission zone sell out almost immediately each year because it's a smaller and less expensive zone to hang out in. And honestly, no idea why it's called Z1. Like, I would have gone for T1 as well because of Tabac Corner. Makes sense, right? But
Yeah.
honestly, who knows? Okay, next question. This one is a not racing related one, so maybe you guys can get this one right. What is the closest international airport to Monaco? Answer number 1 is Turin Airport, Nice Côte d'Azur Airport, Marseille Provence Airport, or Genoa Airport.
I think it's Nice, but I again could be wrong.
I agree. I think it's Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Nice as well.
That is the right answer because Nice is actually just around the corner, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool because some people who can't afford to go to Monaco, they go to Nice and then make a day trip, which is something.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
did
my
that.
family said they just did, is that they flew to Nice and then got the bus, I think, to Monaco.
Yeah, I did this in 2019. I visited the Grand Prix myself. So yeah, I did that exactly.
Cool. I love it. It's actually like, even though Monaco races are pretty boring, it's still kind of on my bucket list. It's just the vibe that seems to be.
Yeah,
so
it's
cool.
the vibe. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. We go on to a question that relates to the 2004 Monaco GP. Which Formula One team had diamonds attached to the nose cone of their cars in Monaco to promote the film Ocean's 12? Was it A, Red Bull? Was it B, Jaguar? Was it C, Williams? Or was it D, McLaren?
I'm gonna say Red Bull.
I think Red Bull.
Yeah, I think Red Bull too.
Yeah, they have been the craziest when it came to liveries and stuff like that.
Yeah, like they always
Exactly.
do the commercial with.
But it was actually Jaguar.
Oh God.
And I wouldn't have guessed it either. I would have thought it was probably, I actually went with Williams first because I was like, well, they are the American team. and Ocean's 12 is an American movie. So that was my mind, but all wrong. And one of the, well, wait, let me see this. One of the $300,000 diamonds went missing after Christian Clean crashed into the barriers on lap 1.
No.
$300,000 diamonds. What?
Wow.
Which of the following is not a popular place for F1 fans to stay on Monaco Grand Prix weekends? A, Nice, B, Menton, C, Toulon, or D, Ventimiglia? What the heck? Ventimiglia. Damn, that's a place I've never heard of.
I'm just gonna go for C. I don't know.
I'm going to say C2.
I'm going for Ventimiglia.
It's actually C. It's Toulon.
Oh, okay.
Because it is around 2 hours away from Monaco. So it's kind of closer to Paul Ricard than it is to Monaco.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
But honestly, I've never heard of the last place, so I wouldn't know. Okay. Ayrton Senna's excellent second place in the wet 1984 Monaco Grand Prix announced his arrival on the F1 scene. But who was catching him in third place when the race was red flagged after 31 laps? Was it Stefan Bellof, Elio De Angelis, Andrea De Cesaris, or Michel Alboreto?
Right. C again.
I'll go A.
I'll go B then.
Okay, interesting. The right answer is A. It's I
That was
pronounce
a
the name
complete
so
accident.
German. I'm so sorry, but I always say Stefan instead of like Stefan or something because it's just in my brain to say Stefan. I don't know. Don't ask. But yeah, that's actually the right answer. Even though he was sadly injured and killed in a sports car crash a year later. So we never actually got to see his full potential in Formula One, which is super sad because he would have been a great competitor, especially in the scene with Senna and all the others. So that's actually really, really sad. Okay, next question. Which driver was dubbed the King of Monaco for his string of 5 victories at the Monaco Grand Prix in the 1960s? Jackie Stewart, Jack Brabham, Graham Hill, or Stirling Moss?
I'll go Graham Hill.
It's actually quite a few famous names in here, so it could be pretty much everyone.
I'm gonna say Hill too. But...
I'm going for Jackie Stewart.
Ooh, bold, but it's actually Graham Hill. Graham Hill won 3 times for BRM and twice for Lotus in the 1960s. Okay, the next one is another more geographical question about Monaco. Which of the following is not one of Monaco's 4 official districts? Jesus, now my French comes here, okay? Please just bear with me. I'm trying really hard. La Condamine, Monte Carlo, Saint-Antoine, or Fontvieille?
C.
Yeah, C as well.
I'll go A.
It's C, because Saint-Antoine is actually located a bit outside of Monaco, but it's still in the area. I mean, the most obvious part of Monaco has to be Monte Carlo because it's so famous. So that is the one clear thing you can just say about this question. But all the other districts, no idea. No idea.
I'm just gonna pretend like I knew that, but I didn't.
Like, is it a myth where you guys come from that whenever you don't know the answer, you pick C? Because I used to do that in school because friends always said, if you don't know the answer, always pick C. C is always right.
Yeah.
Really? Because I thought that's something that only in my friendship group people knew. Okay. The turn 6 hairpin at Circuit de Monaco, the slowest corner in Formula One, takes its name from which hotel that overlooks it? Hermitage, Metropole, Port Palace, or Fairmont?
I'll go for D.
D, I think. I'm really bad at corner names, but
I'll go for B. Don't know.
Actually, Jaco,
I'll go for D.
answer.
Yeah.
The right answer. It's Fairmont because it was previously known as the station hairpin before the hotel was constructed. But then in 1973, the hotel just came out of the ground, and then they have changed the name together with the hotel. So now it's called Fairmont, and it's actually really the slowest corner in Formula One, and it's always the corner where I'm like,
yeah.
don't crash, please don't crash.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Bathurst. I don't know if you know that track. It's in Australia, and it's mostly for like Porsche Cups and stuff like that. And they have these really close corners, and it's so steep. And I'm always like, Jesus.
Yeah, God, it's really bad.
Okay. We're going on to the last question. This is another historical one. Local driver Louis Chiron was the oldest ever to compete in a Formula One race when he finished 6th in the 1955 Monaco Grand Prix. How old do you think he was? Was he 74? Was he 51, 53, or 55?
B. 51. Was that B? I don't know.
I was going to say 51.
Then I'm going for 55.
Jaco, Jesus, he was 55. He finished 6th in his Lancia, 5 laps down to the winner, which was Maurice Trintignant. And that was the oldest, so far, the oldest ever winner in Formula One Grand Prix.
Oh,
Which
wow.
is crazy because I think nowadays people that age wouldn't be racing anymore. I don't know
No.
about you guys, but I don't think they are still in the sport. I mean, Kimi might be. Let's be real. He's probably the only
Yeah.
person I could imagine racing until he, I don't know, is like 80. But everybody else, congratulations, you completed the quiz.
Wow. It
Wow.
wasn't as bad as I thought, but still, it's like.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
There was so much
Yeah.
historical context, I think,
Mhm.
but also very interesting.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
you learn a lot more when you do quizzes like this, so that's nice.
Yeah, I feel so too. I mean, I always
Yeah.
get a bit embarrassed when I was like, shit, that was something I could have known.
Yeah.
But honestly, I would much rather learn something new than to be there and just know everything already. So
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
you, well done. I'm glad you got some things right because I would have felt so bad if it was too crazy or something.
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay. So because it's kind of a tradition in this podcast to talk about our predictions, our thoughts, what are we thinking going into the weekend? Do we have any expectations or no expectations at all? Do we expect something crazy to happen, or do we just feel like it's going to be same old, same old? What do you guys think?
I expect Mazepin in the barrier for sure because it's so
Yeah,
it's
probably.
so tight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think most
I think
people are
that won't
expecting that
surprise
now.
me.
It'll just be, the normal 3, in recent years.
Yeah,
There's
same.
not been anything exciting.
True, but well, I'm actually I think it's an unpopular opinion because I love Monaco. Maybe
Yeah.
not the racing, but mainly the qualifying. I think it's the best qualifying of the year because it's just such a cool place to race, and
Mhm.
it's such a tight circuit. And if you do one thing wrong, you can end up in the barriers, and I think that's great to watch.
Yeah, it's a circuit that's not like any of the others, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah,
And the moment they come into that tunnel, then my heart is like, boom.
yeah.
Yeah, that's so scary. But it's iconic. It's beautiful circuit. So it's my fave too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
Yeah.
do we think that maybe Red Bull has a chance to dominate the circuit as opposed to all the other places we've been to so far? Because it kind of has always been a bit more Red Bull dominated in the past.
Mhm.
So do we expect this to happen, even though Lewis Hamilton is probably the strongest he's ever been? Or do we think he probably will just have a clean race and Max will be behind?
I think it's hard to know. You know, they've been pretty neck and neck this whole season.
Yeah.
And if one of them makes a mistake, the other one will get it. It's really as simple as that.
Mhm.
Max will, you know, probably qualify first if he doesn't make a mistake. But then if he does,
Yeah.
then Lewis will walk it, or vice versa. Really.
Maybe true, yeah.
Yeah.
Very close one, I think. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are we excited to see Alonso back on this track, who probably has some of the most experience with this? Like, in my personal opinion, so far, I haven't been too impressed with what he's doing because he's still getting used to the car, of course. But I mean, this is like what, the 5th race of the season now?
Mhm.
Should we maybe expect something from him soon, or maybe not? I don't know. But I feel like some of these tracks, it's cool to see him back again, just because they share a legacy together, I guess, in the
Mhm.
sport. So I kind of enjoy that. What about you guys? Do you think there's anything to expect from him in the near future, or are we just going to see him in that back midfield-ish area?
I mean, you'd expect him to do something because he is such an experienced driver, and he's next to Ocon, who's, I mean, he's not a rookie anymore, but Alonso has so much more years of experience. So you'd
Mhm.
expect, like, for example, on a track like Monaco, which is quite difficult, for him to do a bit better than his teammate. But I think last race, Ocon also did better than him. So I don't know. I'd expect him to do, you know, something that's like, whoa, that was really good. Like, get a really good result. But I'm just not sure if it's going to happen or not.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, then again, I'm also not the biggest Alonso fan, so I shouldn't.
I mean, that's a whole nother topic. I remember my reaction when he got announced, and I gotta say, as much as I love F1 history and legacy and all that kind of jazz, I was kind of disappointed because I saw some very promising people in Formula 2 last year who would have deserved that seat.
Mhm.
And therefore it came a bit as a shock to me when they announced him to be back, because I was just like, wait, you have some talented drivers who could fill that seat and give this whole thing a bit more young energy, and then you go with Alonso.
I think it's just worrying. Is not worrying. That's the wrong word, but sometimes a shame to see, because he'll probably end up quite like Kimi, where they'll probably sit there for as long as they want. And
Mhm.
there are so many Formula 2 drivers who just won't ever get that chance because they are staying for so long.
That's true. That's true.
Hmm.
I mean, the whole circus with like the seats for next season has already started. People are already playing the guessing games on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere. So I think also with the new regulations next season, it's going to be exciting to see who actually stays and who decides to go. But not diving into deep into that topic right now, I want to ask you guys about what your predictions are for, let's say, the podium this weekend. I've already heard you think it's probably going to be same old, but what exact order do we expect?
Okay, I'm going to say Max is going to win. Hamilton's going to be second. And I'm going to say that Ricardo is going to be third because he loves Monaco. Yeah, I'm just going to there because, you know, we've seen he has gotten pole there twice before, and he just loves Monaco. So I feel like he will do well there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Max will win, Lewis, and then maybe Checo. I think Checo maybe in third.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I also hope Max will win this. And then second, I think Hamilton. And third, yeah, I hope Perez will get his first podium for Red Bull. So I'm going to go for that as well.
Give him all the good wishes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he needs some positive energy, as that second Red Bull team just seems to be cursed. Like, get an exorcism going. I don't know, just get that car to work. I don't know what's going on with that second Red Bull seat, but something is wrong. Okay, as for me, I'm very, very torn every week between Hamilton and Max. I never know who to pick, but I think this week I will say Max on first as well, just because
it's gonna look so bad.
We're going to jinx this one big time. Anyways, I'll still go there. I think Hamilton obviously second, and then I like the thought of Danny Ricciardo being third, because it is one of probably his strongest tracks in the calendar. But then again, he's in a new car again.
Last weekend, we had a much better race than before.
That's true.
So
that's true.
But yeah, it's still a tricky one, because I think he's still getting used to it. But I have hope.
I think I cannot decide for P3, because there are quite a few people that I see going there. I can even imagine Lando having a great race again. Like, who knows? He's been strong. He's been improving so much. So I'll just say it's probably going to be a Red Bull, a Mercedes, or a McLaren. Let's say that, something like this. I don't know. I have to play it safe, because I'm really strong in the prediction game on Instagram right now. Okay, and I cannot risk losing any points. Okay, I cannot risk that. Okay, so anything crazy that we're expecting to happen? Any improvements that we possibly can see? I mean, Mick Schumacher has been pretty strong, considering he's in a Haas, driving very, very well. Do we think there will be a bunch of safety cars? What are we thinking?
I mean, at least one for Mazepin, so
yeah.
I think my bold prediction is that there's going to be at least 5 drivers who are not going to finish. That's my bold prediction.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I think it's going to be all expecting a really boring one, but I think there might be a little bit of spice there.
Yeah, some DNFs. I can see that happening as well. True.
Yeah.
There's lots of new drivers, isn't there?
Yeah.
People have to get used to the car still, so I feel like things could go wrong. But
honestly, I'm pretty excited to see the rookies drive there, like Mazepin, but also Mick and Yuki, of course, just to see how they handle the track. I think that's going to be very interesting. Also, I hope for Yuki to finish the race and not have any issues. Because Jesus Christ, give that man a chance. I'm always thinking about the weather, because that has been my best predictions so far. But I kind of feel like Monaco, so far it seems pretty good with like weather. I mean, we're May, so I don't expect a sudden rainstorm to strike, even though they are close to the ocean. You never know, but I don't think so. Who do we think will DNF if we are talking about that? Apart from Mazepin, who we probably all think has the best shot at sadly not finishing the race.
One of the Ferraris. I don't know why.
Oh.
I hope not Leclerc, local boy.
Oh
True, that would be so sad.
That would be very sad in his home race.
So sad. Yeah, okay, let's hope it's not going to be Leclerc, even though I don't want to see Carlos DNFing. Like, that would be sad as well.
I just have a feeling, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I think we all agree that probably the qualifying will decide a lot for this one, and it's not going to be too much on-track action.
Yeah.
And apart from safety cars who could do something to make it more interesting. So I think we're mostly excited for the qualifying in this case, and to look forward to who's going to reach Q3. Do we think the Aston Martins have a chance on this track, or do we think they will just hang in there somewhere in the midfield? Or even further in the back?
I don't think it'll be anything special from them. They'll probably stay pretty much where they are. Be nice for Seb to finally get a point, but who knows? He might do. He's quite experienced for this track.
That's true.
I
All
don't
right.
think that is good around Monaco. I'm not sure, but I hope so. I hope for him that he can try and get in the points. Would be good for his confidence, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
don't expect too much spark from them either. So no.
All right. So I see it's like, I think it's really hard to have like bold predictions for this track because it's just like, we have already seen that 5 billion times. But thank you guys so much for giving this input and for thinking hard during the quiz. It was a pleasure to do that with you guys. So I think we will probably end it right here. As opposed to last week, this is maybe a bit of a shorter podcast since we had an outburst of mental health awareness last week. Let's keep it short and fun for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope to see you all back very soon. Also check out Jaco's race review once it comes out. I'm sure it's going to be great. Also, you can see Fem in some of our content. And also she's going to do a lot behind the camera. And of course, Nell's blog post will be out as well. So lots of stuff going on behind the scenes that you guys are not even seeing. So stay excited, stay tuned. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, for listening. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias. They are in the description below. Also, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content. There is lots of more to come. And also, you can follow all of us individually on Instagram, Twitter. Most of us are pretty funny, and you're missing out if you're not checking out what we're doing. So make sure to join all of the social media fun. And we also have a Discord server, and you can join that as well to keep in touch with the whole community and to not miss anything. So maybe we can put that in the description as well. And if we're not putting it in the description, it's everywhere on our social media. So just check it out, you'll find it. And with that being said, we will see you guys next week for another episode of Grid Talk Talks the Grid. Bye.